Sundays, we bring through Cyber Sundays, we bring together experts and practitioners to share real world insights into cyber threats, governance, and investigation strategies. This marks our 14th Cyber Sunday, and by the end of it, we are shaping ourselves into a group that speaks with clarity, confidence, and purpose, ready to spread awareness, safeguard our communities online. If you are ready to start this journey, type ready and show your enthusiasm through a thumbs up emoji as well. Please, everyone. Thank you, everyone. As some of you were not able to fill the pre-assessment form, we have shared the link once again on the screen. You may please scan the QR code and fill the pre-assessment form. Also, we will begin shortly when the guest speaker arrives. Till then, please stay connected. Thank you so much. Guys, we have our guest speaker here. Ma'am, before starting, I would like to take your permission for recording this session for documentation and educational purposes. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. I'm
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to take your permission first for recording this session for documentation and educational purposes.
okay.
Thank you so much. So, everyone, now I would like to take a privilege, and it's my honor to welcome our esteemed guest speaker for this 14th Cyber Sunday, Miss Urvashi Nag, ma'am. Miss Urvashi brings with her over 15 years of distinguished experience in teaching, research, software development, and emerging technologies, with academic excellence in computer science and engineering, and extensive expertise in cybersecurity, machine learning, data science, and cloud computing. She has made significant contributions to both academia and industry. She has served as a trainer, mentor, and invited speaker at several prestigious institutions and national platforms, inspiring countless students, educators, and professionals through her knowledge and dedication. Currently serving as a digital forensic analyst at the Center of Cyber Operations and Security under Chandigarh Police, Ms. Urvashi continues to play an important role in strengthening cyber awareness and digital security. Her remarkable journey reflects excellence, innovation, service, and ma'am, we are truly, truly honored to have you with us today. Please, everyone, join me in extending a warm and respectful welcome to Ms. Urvashi, ma'am. Without further ado, I would like to hand over the mic to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Hope I'm audible now. Thank you, ma'am, for the. I'm also feel privileged to be a part of this episode. So let me share my screen first. I think it's visible to everyone. So everyone nowadays is using mobile phones, has been connected with the internet. Audience, I want your support in the chat box for question and answers. I'm going to ask many of the questions, and I want how you can be safe in this world, because everyone is connected in the cyber world. And if you are connected in the cyber world, you are definitely prone to cyber attacks also. Being working with the Chandigarh police, I've been facing different types of crimes digitally it being happens. Firstly, what is cyber crime? It's a bigger question. Some people come and usually crime that some forgery has happened to them. So that is not a crime. Cyber crime is something which is being conducted using mobile phone, internet, laptop, desktop, anything. It's something related to the cyber world. So everyone is using internet. So if you feel like you are safe, no threats can happen to you, no financial transaction can happen to you. It's not like that. Anybody, anywhere can face any type of attacks. It's none. The police officer, even though, are not safe. If I talk about recently, our IS ma'am, the SSP of Chandigarh Police, has been created a fake ID. In that fake ID, the people were asking the in the name of SSP to the juniors officers that I'm in need of 20,000, I'm in need of 50,000, and much more of the people have transit the amount also. This is the crime which is happening on a higher pace. Recently, if I talk about the police station, if there are 100 complaints registered in a day, the 25 complaints are that only. Some WhatsApp link is coming. It's like you are the pension It's regarding your pensions if we are talking about the senior citizens, it will be coming like the pension has been up. They will share a pension APK files. If not, some challan has been, because Chandigarh is prone to be a challan city. So it's usually when we drive, we got a challan also. So the challan messages is also coming on the WhatsApp, and it's being asked that you have to pay the challan using this particular app. So that app is like echallan.apk or parivan.apk, rto.apk files are there. As soon as you click on that app, what happened? You will not see any installation of that app, because the person that are coming, they say that we haven't installed any of the app. We just clicked on that. After clicking on that app APK file, the APK is what? Is an Android installer basically. We installed any of the application in an Android phone, that is an APK file. So what happened? When it has been installed, you will click it simply and the app will be installed, and you will be not knowing that your phone access has been gone. So 2-3 things happen basically. First is that when you click on the phone, click on that link, your phone is being cloned. Clone means if any type of software has been installed, your all activity is being monitored by, and it's been seen by some other person. Everyone is using Google Pay, Paytm. As soon as you put the pen also, they are noticed that. And in the night, when you are not using your mobile phone, so we don't have a habit like we switched on the internet. We usually switched on it only. Your mobile access has been gone to someone else and your transaction has been done. Other thing is like the APK file is installed and someone is asking like taking access of your WhatsApp, and after taking the access of the WhatsApp, they are demanding for money. Like the same chat will be there and some neediness of money they will be showing, and then in the goodwill, many of the people transfer the money because the same chatting with the same person is there. So they don't regret to call also. They simply transfer the amount. So this is the latest crime which we are dealing with on a daily basis. Approx everyone is coming with their phone, and lot of APK files we can see in the mobile phones. So be aware. It's a suggestion. 2-3 things from this case. That firstly, switched off your internet when you are not using it. Means at the night. At the night, make it as a happen. Make it a habit. Disconnect with the Wi-Fi. Switched on the mobile data. Next is never accept any of the APK files from any of the platform. It is like not only WhatsApp. When you are simply browsing on the Google also, some APK files come. You simply download it. Don't download it. You don't know what is in that APK file. It can take access of your mobile phone. It can clone your mobile phone, anything. So there's 2 things. And third thing is like, if you know that everyone is in the tech savvy environment, so 2-way authentication. Anybody in the participants can tell me what is 2-way authentications? In the WhatsApp we are talking about. You can text me in the chat box. I think you have the access of the chatting. So what is 2-way authentication? Anybody? Anybody can tell me what is 2-way authentication? None? You have to simply write in the chat box. I will read it and describe what it is. So right now you are having the, I have got the chart. 2-way of authentication, like using password and OTP, provides security key when it requires double action by both means. Perfectly correct. It is like 2-way authentication is adding a security enhancement. If I talk about the WhatsApp, everyone is having a mobile phone. We will see how to put a 2-step verification in the WhatsApp. What happens if you put the verification, 2-step verification in your WhatsApp? If someone take the WhatsApp access and send multiple messages or some unknown activity is there, the WhatsApp will pop up and it will ask that please fill the two-step verification password. Password is nothing. A passkey is like 6 digits of numbers. So what numbers or passwords you usually keep? Like your birth dates, not your birth dates, your parents, it's your kids, it's different. Basically, when we deal with the old age people, you don't remember anything, so they keep their or their children date of birth like in passwords. So don't ever keep that passwords. So we are talking about the WhatsApp. You all will go up in the WhatsApp. In the WhatsApp, there is the WhatsApp settings. You can do it side by side with me only. If you are having your mobile phone, if having your mobile phone, give a thumbs up so I know that you are doing it side by side. And the in the chat box, you can message me if you are doing it side by side. You can tell me. Okay, take it. In the WhatsApp, you will be having the WhatsApp settings, and in the settings there is an account. WhatsApp. In the WhatsApp settings there is an account, and in the account there is two-step verification. Any of the people want to enter in the room? Ma'am, can you allow them? So in the two-step verification, turn it on. If it's already turn it on, it will be showing turn off, and otherwise it will be turn on only. When you will be turning on, 6-digit password will be asked. Keep the password and don't save your passwords in the notes in the mobile phone or in the WhatsApp texting yourself only. It's not safe. Indirectly, you are saving your crucial data on the cloud only. Don't keep these passwords on the cloud. When your phone is compromised, your all data will be gone. Two-step verification. And if we are talking about the WhatsApp, there is another settings. In these settings, we have storage and data. You can see in the WhatsApp only, there is in storage and data. In the storage and data, there is like media auto download. That photos, audios, videos, and documents should be off. This should be not like using Wi-Fi. If it's available Wi-Fi, the media should be downloaded. If it's on the cellular, it should be downloaded. It should be none. The photos, the videos, any of the documents, any of the videos should not be downloaded without our permission unless and until we make a click. So this should be turned off, everyone. Again, I am repeating, it is in the WhatsApp settings, storage and data. It should be turned off. And one more thing, if you want to, you can block the unknown numbers. Now there is a trend. If we say that, don't pick the call of international numbers. They might be some of the call like phishing calls. It's not like that. Now the case is that we recently have a raid and we found a SIM box. Anybody knows about the SIM box? Any idea about the SIM box? What is actually a SIM box? So if internet is working, so I will have a clip of this. Let me. Anybody have an idea to kindly tell me that you know about this inbox? Otherwise, you can search on internet also. I'm also going to show you that what is actual a inbox. It was meant for the not able to scroll it down. In the Zoom, I think it's upper of the position has been, I cannot disable that now. Okay. So you can search it on the internet. What is Simbox actually? Someone has text me in the chat. Let me see. Achha, no idea. Okay. Basically, a Simbox is like a box in which at one time 126 SIMs, 512 SIMs can be inserted. So I will tell you a case recently what it happens with we went for a raid in UP. There is a city called Meerut. We have collected a SIM box in which at a time 512 SIM was inserted. There was a small room. In that room, only that SIM box was there. Our inverter was there. Our internet connectivity, our Wi-Fi is there, and a camera. Nothing else. A man was rented, and only task of that man was to take care of that. Nothing. What is happening? He doesn't know what is happening actually there. Person sitting in Cambodia used to take the access of that SIM boxes using Wi-Fi, and it's turned on in the morning,
Ma'am,
switched off night.
sorry for interruption. I'm
Yes.
really sorry, ma'am, but only one slide has been visible since you have started.
Okay.
It's the first slide, I guess, itself.
It's the first slide. Actually, I haven't changed the slide.
Oh, okay. Sorry for inconvenience, ma'am.
I'm just telling it. Then I will be changing the slide now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So I was telling about the same boxes story. What it is, what the person sitting in the Cambodia is making a call using Indian numbers to the Indian people. So in this case, we cannot say the call is from the international, though the person is sitting in international, sitting abroad, and it's making the call, and you cannot detect which of the SIM. There is no IMEI number. No, it's a SIM box ID only, and different mobile numbers. So it's another phase of thing. So today's topic given by ma'am is financial cybercrime response, freezing the tail before it disappears. So nowadays, financial crime has also been increasing. If I correctly tell you, right? Yesterday, we have registered a complaint in which a person, employee of a company, has transferred 1.95 crores within a message. There were a message from his MD that please, what is the total amount in she told that it was 4 crores. And the MD asked that please transfer 1.94 crores. She transferred like that. So this chatting was already with that person. What actual the story was, the WhatsApp number was changed with some other number. The name was same. So we are investigating in that case. So nobody is safe. So that already the chat was there. She was making the transactions before also. But someone has entered the WhatsApp, changed the contact number, the name, the photos, even though everything is same, because we usually don't remember the number. We only learn the person by their DP, the name we have saved. So it's not fault of that girl also. So we are in the internet world, cyber threats, different so there are different types of cyber crimes. Some I'm naming it: cyber stalking, identity theft, phishing, cyber bullying, cyber grooming, digital arrest, wedding card fraud, or that is similar to an APK file. Someone unknown person will be sending a wedding card. You will be opening that. It will be no wedding card. It will be an APK file that will be taking the access of your mobile phone. Honey trap, job frauds. Recently, for the youngsters, I think I have joined with the youngsters only, different college students. The job fraud is very much. So what is that job fraud? If I have a video, I can show you what is actual a job fraud, how it's been happened. Actually, I'm not able to. Basically, the fraud name is cyber slavery. What is cyber slavery? It's that audible also.
जॉब के लिए सेलेक्ट हो गए, 1.25 लाख तनख्वाह, रहना और खाना पूरा तरह, जॉइनिंग अगले हफ्ते। इतनी जल्दी तो वीजा भी, इस वीजा पे जाके ट्रेनिंग शुरू करो, वीजा वही मिलेगा। ट्रेनिंग में तौबा तौबा वाला डांस सिखाओगे ना? कैम्बोडिया जाकर मेरा पासपोर्ट छीन लोगे, गुलामी करवाओगे, साइबर अपराध कराओगे, तो मैं तो तौबा तौबा ही करूंगा ना। मैं नहीं फंसूंगा। कई फर्जी एजेंट्स विदेशी नौकरी का झांसा देकर आपको फंसा लेते हैं, इसलिए हमेशा विदेश मंत्रालय द्वारा वेरीफाइड एजेंसी को ही चुनें और सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स अच्छे से चेक करें। ऐसी फर्जी कॉल की शिकायत यहाँ करें। सोचो।
Is any language barrier also, ma'am? Hindi, the audio was in the Hindi. So it's any language barrier also?
Yes, ma'am. I guess there are few people who are not the native Hindi
Okay.
speakers.
Okay. I will be explaining what actually happened in this. A call, basically a call to the students will be coming, like yours. I think some chat is also for that same. Bilingual, ma'am. Yes. Okay. That's good. Someone has answered me about the SIM boxes. It diverts international calls to the internet. Basically, it's Akshay. Good. So basically what it happens, some call will be coming because everyone is uploading their biodata, the resume on Naukri.com, different online platforms. Though it has been accessed by the fraudster also. What they will see there, you are in a need of the job. They will send you a good opportunity to work abroad. And Indians for working abroad, they are very happy. They are excited because they are getting much more amount what they are expected in India. So if you are a BTech or if you are a 12th pass also, you will be getting a call from outside, like you are being selected for the job, basically data entry job or some of the job related to your resume, what fit best into you. And for the class 12 students also, it was like that. Recently, we talk about with a student who was in the class 12. After 4 years, he came back India. So when he went there, basically they took them on tourist visa to Cambodia. No job visa was given because it was like you have to come urgently. And he was getting 2 lakh per month. So it's a very handsome amount. Nobody can say no. 2 lakh within 12 pass, you are getting it. So they went. What happened? The passport were taken away. They were set to work in a cyber factory. Cyber factory is equivalent to a jail. There is a jail, it is in log, and you are being mental and physical tortured. What is to that? You have to mental and physical torture to do work. And that work is to do crime, to do cyber crimes. And you are getting a target. You have to target this much people. You have to do a fraud of this much amount. If that target is not fulfilled, I have seen the chair in which they are being set. It's an electric chair in which they are being set and given electric shock. So that type of physical torture is there. And they are given only that much to eat to survive only. But when your performance is very good, you are giving a crores of turnover to that company by fraudster amount. So they are giving you the handsome pay also for living. They are getting your transferring money to that. It's like setting your mindset like that. And right now we are being given the mobile phones, around 400 mobile phones of that cyber slavers to investigate in that cases by I4C. Because they have recently, I think 1 month before, you have listened the news also, 200 and 295s one time and 195 one times. The cyber slavers have come from abroad. Abroad, basically Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar. These are the 3 targeted places where the crime has been there. So before joining into any company, please check the profile of that company. Don't blindly trust anybody. Don't trust anybody blindly. Either on the digital platform, anything, because everyone is also connected on the social media. If I talk about Instagram, Snap, everyone is using it. And we cannot say that the person whom we are chatting is a boy or a girl. Nothing. But just we are familiar to that person using the status or the DP, the profile photo he or she has kept. So don't ever trust anybody, because we investigate the cases, we report bad cases also. A girl was in a relationship, I will tell you. A girl was in a relationship with a man, with a boy, I think around 24, 25 years. And they were in a relationship for 2 years. And after 2 years, when she went to in a restaurant for meeting, he came from, I think, Mumbai or somewhere he was living. He came. So the day was fixed for the meeting in the restaurant. When the girl went, he was in the trauma, because the girl went to meet a boy, but the boy was actually not a boy. It was a man of 50 years. So she was traumatized. She was in a relationship. She was having the cuddling talk like this with a man. So she was in shock, and she complained for this. The fraudulent, some spoofing has been done. So we investigate that also. But the parents were in the supporting, because she was traumatized. So never ever being in a relationship like this in online. And if you feel like that, if some of the financial fraud has happened, or some of either of the crime has happened to you, just stop, think, and take actions, as the Modi ji, great Modi ji has also said, and call on 1930. It's a cyber crime toll free number. It's 1930. I'm again saying, in the case of financial fraud, you call it immediately. If you are calling it after 2 days, 20 days, because anyone knows that what is digital arrest? What is actually a digital arrest? You can type. I'm giving you a second, because we have listened on the ringtone also. When you call someone, it was like सतर्क रहे, सावधान रहे. कोई पुलिस वाला ऐसे कॉल नहीं करता, शायद आपने सुना हो. So before you are applying, I will show you the video of this also, digital arrest. I have a list of crimes here, but I have a shortage of time.
सेशन भी आना पड़ेगा, और उसके बाद एक्स क्या करो. आज मैं पुलिस वाले को करूं, और ये है मेरा शिकार. मैंने फोन करके कड़क आवाज में सिर्फ इतना कहा कि मैं ड्रग इन्फोर्समेंट से हूं. आपके बेटे के पार्सल में ड्रग्स मिली. आपका बेटा ड्रग डीलर है. बस इधर है. इनको मैंने कर लिया डिजिटल अरेस्ट. अब इससे मोटा पैसा लूंगा. सर ऐसा मत करिए प्लीज सर. या तो जेल जाओ या पैसे दो. अच्छा है ना आइडिया और सेटअप. आइडिया बुरा भी है और पुराना भी. अब इंडिया जानता है कि स्कैम कॉल्स में कभी ड्रग्स, कभी किडनैपिंग और कभी सेक्स रैकेट की छोटी कहानियां बनाकर पैसे लूटते हो. स्कैमर्स के इनके पीछे तरीकों को मत दो अटेंशन. इंडिया स्टॉप.
So you have seen the digital arrest, what it is, and many of you, it's a type of kashish, it's a type of yes, basically I was going to discuss this case only. Who has told me this? Anuj has texted us doctor's digital arrest case in Greater Kailash, Delhi. It recently happened. Hope you have studied in the newspaper also. I think total 25 crores of rupees of fraud was there, and many. I'm taking an example because it recently been happened. And in this, 1.5 crores is going to be returned by a bank. He's fighting a case for 22.5 crores. It was total amount. So the judge has given that 1.5 crores will be as in charge from the bank, because they haven't done the KYC. When the bank account he has transferred, there was no KYC in that account. As a punishment, the 1.5 crores has to be given as in penalty to that doctor. But rest of the amount, he's still fighting that if he can get this all money back. So Soni has written, where fraudsters pretend to be a police officer, CBI, RBI officers, or other authorities and try to commit. Perfectly correct. Okay, Ram is saying that 2 weeks ago, someone tried to digital arrest me, but I cut the call and threatened. Perfectly correct. This is what actually to be done. They will threat you. Basically, overall agenda is that cybercrime happened with the three human qualities only. Three qualities which are inbuilt in us. Anybody can tell us what are their three qualities that is being the cause of cybercrime? Anybody? That is three human qualities. Anybody? First, I am telling you, that is fear. Yes. Saket has told the second also, greed. Greed and fear. Perfectly correct. And the third? Anyone can guess what is the third one? Why the cybercrime happened? Greed, fear, and third? Any guesses? Any of the guesses? What will be the third human tendency that we will be in an perfectly correct? I wanted to listen this, Kriti Chavli. It's perfectly correct. Curiosity. Curious, because we think that let me click on the link and see what happened actually. So we have 2 days ago a call came from UK call code 44 on WhatsApp for digital arrest in the name of SBI office. So it is like that. Some officers is going to call you. They will threat you that in your parcels or in your name illegal SIM has been issued and illegal work has been done. You will be feared. Now you will be agreeing them what they are saying, but don't do that. A lady was 28 days digital arrested. 28 days. We can't think that okay, someone can digital arrest us online and we are not going to communicate or telling the other person, the third person, because in that case they tell you to isolate yourself. Don't talk to anybody. If you talk, we will be physically coming to your home. So they don't want that the police officers should come to the home. So they try to finish it off on the online. You will, if you are digital arrested, you will see the High Court, the Civil District Court, the Supreme Court online on a video call. It's just never going to be happen like this. So I'm telling you that because if you are calling 1930, if you are registering your complaint after 28 days, so would you feel like you will be able to return your money? You will be getting your money back? It's not the case. As soon as you register 1930, an acknowledgement number will be shared with you. If the number starts with 2, then your complaint has not been sent to the bank. It is with the police station only. But if the acknowledgement number starts with 3, the complaint has been registered in the portal itself in the police station and as well as sent to the bank. So when it is sent to the bank, your amount is being on hold. If you have listened that the account is freeze, the amount is on hold. You feel like that, you have listened also. What is that? Actually, when the some trailing amount has been in any of the layer, it is getting hold. If 2-3 times amount has been sent, the whole account is freezed. Nowadays, some SOPs are being in the consultation of bank and the police officers. We are making that only the amount should be freeze rather than the account should not be freeze, because the person who have getting the genuine amount recently, yesterday only, a man came. He was a like a seller, retailer person. He has took some money, 1,000 and 2,000, and return in cash to somebody, and that amount was in fraudulent. So the account is freeze in the layer 4. The amount he received was in layer 4. Some messages there. They will represent you as a CBI officer. So in the financial fraud case, try to reach 1930 as soon as possible and see what is the acknowledgement number starting from. It's starting from 2 or 3. If it's starting from 2, it is in the police station. You have to immediately go to the police station, nearby cyber station, whichever place you are going, and tell them to please send it to the bank. They will immediately send to the bank, so that the amount and any of the layer is there, it will be get freezing and you will be getting it back afterwards. But if you are going to complain it after 1 days, or even though in some cases it after 2-3 hours also, somebody is standing near the ATM machine and only withdrawing the amount. When the amount is being withdrawn, you will be not getting any of the cash back. We sometimes catch the person also, but the person is also not having the money. They had been sent by the crypto online. That's sent by abroad. So don't ever, firstly, don't ever, I will pray that nobody of you get trapped in these type of crimes. And second is, first one was fear, second was for greediness. Nowadays, many of the youngsters is basically having in this greediness, investment scam. If you have listened that, you are investing your own money, it's like to double it. Let me show you if I have a video of an investment scam also.
स्टॉक मार्केट शेयर्स पैसा डबल करे। हाँ शर्मा जी, ग्रुप प्लान कर दिया। हाँ, और आप लोग कौन? हम इस स्टॉक मार्केट फ्रॉड ग्रुप के मेंबर्स।
और ये मास्टरमाइंड, बस अब आपको फंसाएंगे।
और उसके लिए फेक स्क्रीनशॉट मैं बनाऊंगा, और मैं फर्जी बैंक स्टेटमेंट्स, और मैं फेक ऐप डाउनलोड करवाऊंगा जो बिल्कुल रियल लगेगी। पैसा बढ़ेगा और फिर लालची शर्मा और पैसा लगाएगा। बात शर्मा जी, स्कैमर बता के नहीं आता, पर आपके लालच का फायदा उठा के सब ले जाता है। साइबर क्राइम से बचना है तो
So what it actually is, you will be a part of a Telegram group in which everyone is showing that I have invested 10,000, I own 1 lakh. Different fake screenshot will be shared, and you will be trusting them. And first time you will be investing 10,000, you will be getting 20,000. Again, you will be reinvesting that amount and you will be getting that. After 3-4 amount, they will set you a criteria that now you cannot take out the money back. It is like you have to hold it for a month, and after a month they will be charging you 20% of tax, 5% of tax, and getting in different ways they will be getting money, and you will be giving them money in case of what you have invested. Similarly, same in the case of investment scam, homemaker scam is also there. You will be asked that work from home. You will be getting nothing you have to done. You have to only share the things. Okay, you will be agreeing. Okay, I will be getting 5,000 for 1 hour. Okay, I'm ready. What will be the case? They will be, okay, for the security deposit, you have to deposit 15,000. Okay, you will give 15,000. One day, they will be giving you a task. You will do the task. You will be getting some of the amount, 1,000, 2,000. Next day, the same will be there. Now they will be saying that we are being calculating, and in the month end, you will be getting that. In a similar case, a homemaker was there. We Indian women have the habit of reserving the amount, like taking some pocket money from the pocket of husband. So similar way, she was depositing and somebody has given the money. So she deposited 1.5 lakhs she has given, and she called to his brother that I'm in need of another 50,000 rupees. Brother give. Another next time she again asked, in the last I need only 50,000. Now the brother asked, what was the reason why you need so much money at this interval? She said that I was starting the home job and I have invested 2 lakh rupees. Now to bring that 2 lakh rupees, the person is asking, you have to pay the 10% of the amount and you will be getting that. So I need that amount. So till then, the brainwash was like this. His brother was saying that you are being trapped in a cyber fraud. She was saying, no, I will be getting my money back. Just give me this amount. Then the brother and the sister both came to the cyber station and registered a complaint. So this type of fraud is being happened. And be safe. Nobody give you the anything free. Like any link is coming and it's claiming that you will be getting a free car. It's not like that. An iPhone, which is of 1 lakh, you are getting in 10-15,000. Just you have to fill the information. Don't ever trust anybody. And in the sake of curiosity, don't ever click on a link. I will tell you a story of mine only. I was scrolling in Instagram. And when we search anything on Amazon, it's come on Instagram page. Like I was searching for the interior. So it came on my page. And the things which was of 10,000, I was getting in 500. So I thought like let me cart it, and if it's in the cash on delivery, I will purchase it. So what I did, I add it, and when I went to the payment page, it was only online payment. There was no cash on delivery. So what I did, I saved that page for later. 1 week in the curiosity only. I said that only 500 will be lost. Huh? Let me try it and purchase 1 star. So when I open that page, what will be happening? The page was not there. The website was not there. So the website was meant for committing the crime, and many what was the target of that shopping website? I don't know. The shop website was closed. So don't ever purchase anything from untrusted website also. These are also things. I have many cases to discuss for online shopping also. And, we register so much of the cases. It was like a person was scrolling Instagram and downloaded an app. The icon was Mishu, but the name was Mega Sale. She downloaded, she purchased, she gave the payment also, but the payment page was stuck up. 3 times she went for the payment was not done. So at last she said, I will not purchase that. So at last, when after 1 hour she took the phone, 3 transactions were deducted. Next morning, 10,000 was deducted. So unknown trusted website, and it was downloaded from Google Play Store. It was no APK file. Just scrolling from the Instagram, a website which is being hosted on a Play Store, she downloaded that. So never ever trust on these type of websites. Okay, Ram is saying that 2 times such type group added me on Telegram. I exist gotten report. Perfectly. Whenever you feel like the WhatsApp group, the Telegram group, or some call is like spam, you just need to block that and report it out. So this is 1930 portal, and this 2 things you have to learn it by heart, because the crime can happen to you anytime. www.cybercrime.gov.in is an official website in which you can register your complaint. But in this complaint, the complaint first go to the police station. When they receive it, means in the 1930, you directly get an acknowledgement number. But when you go in the cybercrime.gov.in, it goes to the police station. Then you went to the police station, they will mark it further. So try to register in the both of the forms. And how you can stop this crime? The crime can only be stopped with these 2 things. First is the cyber awareness, which I have awared you. There are different other types of crimes also. And second is like, when the crime has happened to you, please think twice. And if it's something related to financial fraud or some money or your personal data, stop and think twice that it is the person who is you talking is genuine or not, and then take actions if something happens. So any doubt, now we can take any type of doubt, because the crime is not going to be end if we talk about 1 hour more. So be safe in this cyber world. It's a request to everyone, because we cannot believe, and we don't know also. By scrolling, when a link is being clicked, we don't know. So in 1 a month, check in your applications, in the settings, the apps which are running. It's some unknown apps which is running, stop them forcefully and remove it. Because the app meant for stealing the information does not have an icon on your phone. They will be only can be seen in the app's running condition. So please be cyber safe, be cyber alert. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this enlightening session. This session has truly set a strong foundation for all of us as learners and practitioners. We are now officially opening the floor for questions from the participants. But before that, I would like to give you all the instructions about the Q&A session. Participants are requested to drop their questions in the chat box. If any one of you wishes to speak, you may first raise your hand and then we will call you one by one. And also, we will take as many questions as the time allows. Thank you so much. You may now start mentioning your questions in the chat box.
I receive it without opening, I delete and block. That's perfectly correct, Ramji. Yes. If you feel like some message has been appearing and you don't want to open it, just remove that message. See that this is type of a dating scam which Ram has tell. Everyone can see in this chat box. If you feel lonely and are looking for the partners, there are many singles and girls waiting to date. This is called dating scam, and it is also very dangerous. And many of the complaint has been registered. So don't ever get trapped in the dating scam also. Let me check. Ma'am, this investment type of crimes is happening from different state, that is victim is from one state and defendant is from another state. What is the procedure, ma'am, after complaint in cybercrime portal if they didn't take any steps? Basically, Madan Raji, if the investment scam is done and you have complaint, you have basically when the from where the crime has happened, you have to register there, because I'm a citizen of Chandigarh and some crime has happened when I'm in Chandigarh itself, so I'm going to the Chandigarh police station, and after that the police station, the IO, basically the investigation officer, will be seeing that from which state has been deducted. You don't have to go to that state. If you feel like that the IO is not working on your case properly, you can reach the higher officers of there only, basically the SHO in that in that particular police station. You don't need to be going in the other state. The police officer itself will be talking and they will never ask. But in the case of the amount is freeze in another state, they are different two cases. Your account is freeze and the account is being freezed by different state officer. Then in that case, you need to talk to that officer of different state. You will be getting that IO number from the bank. If Ambudji, it's using in the case of like someone is using or morphing of your photos or telling you something to do, otherwise they will be sharing some stuff like this. So in that case, when you visit the cybercrime website, now there are different types of crimes to be registered. For the girls in the case, or for the boys, even though you can report anonymously of also if you don't want to, because in the case like na, some obscene images is coming and we don't want to reveal our name. So in anonymously, the complaint is also coming with the WhatsApp screenshot. Basically, one thing, remember that complaining anything, if you're receiving anything, you have to need the screenshot of what it happens, because the next day when you are coming to the registering your complaint, that page is not there, the chat is not there, the profile photo is not there. That is the proof. You have to come with the proof itself. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Blackmailing. In the case, she will be, Anmoji, having something of yours only, some photos, some videos. That's why she can blackmail. You can directly go to the police station and tell me that if you were in a relationship, because this is also a cases we are facing a lot. 1 year there was some relationships. The boy is having some photos, the girl is having photos. Now it's being sending into the recently what happens, a girl was there, she was in a relationship of 1 year, Now the boy has taken the access of Gmail. When we take the access of Gmail, all the contact information also go. Now she is sending all the videos and photographs to all the group. He came with his brother. The brother was very understanding. So we and with doing that, we have taken the CAF also, the number detail and further thing. Is that like you have to be complaining how much they? The police are not in the case, they will be not helping you. They are there to help you only. Yes, but I foresee is Nehaji being connected to different countries abroad also. This is the basically the coordination center, the all over India management like training, registering complaint, bank officials, everyone is being connected with I4C, and I4C is working with different other nations also. It's where other website is loaded. Yes. Basically, we will not talk about the adult. There is like child pornography. I foresee recently working in that. Whenever any child pornography of Indian, it's basically of on Indian platform, but it should be Indians only. Where adult website is hosted on Indian platform, but the complainant is not from Indian. No, they will be seeing it. If someone has complained for the Indian websites, so they will be looking after it. Any other? Thanks for the wonderful messages you have all been posting in the chat box. I'm very happy after this session. If I see that, it's very grateful for me also to see. Any questions, any further queries we can have? I think all doubt has been cleared of everyone. So be cyber safe. I'm again saying because dealing with daily cases, it's feel like everyone is prone to cyber attacks basically. Before clicking on anything, think twice where you are going to click it and what will be the next clause of this. Because in this so hustle bustle life now, we are not seeing on which click what happens. Because while installing an application, we don't see what permission the application is asking. It's asking for the GPS, the SMS reading, everything. So I think the questionnaire has been done. No further questions. Zikra ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I guess we are having these many questions only. Thanks for addressing every question with such clarity, ma'am. Your vast experience in cybersecurity, digital forensics, and emerging technologies has truly enriched this session today. Today, this interaction has deepened our understanding of cyber investigation, digital safety, and the powerful role of technology in protecting society. Your guidance has been both inspiring and enlightening for all of us. With this enlightening Cyber Sunday session, we now come to the end of this session. We sincerely hope that today's discussion proved informative, enriching, and thought provoking for all. On behalf of Naksh Foundation and Project Cyber Shield, we extend our deepest gratitude to Ms. Urvashi ma'am for conducting such an insightful session on financial cybercrime response, freezing the trail before it disappears. Her profound expertise, lucid guidance, and practical perspectives have greatly enhanced our understanding of financial cybercrime, its evolving challenge, and the critical importance of timely intervention in safeguarding digital and financial security. We now kindly request all the participants to complete the post-assessment form by scanning the QR code displayed on the screen. And please note that certificates will be issued only upon successful submission of the feedback form. But before leaving this meeting, I once again like to thank you, ma'am, for your presence and for your guidance today. It was amazing having you here. With that, we conclude today's session. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and continue strengthening the shield against cyber threats. Thank you so much, and a special thanks to you, ma'am. Thank you so
Okay, it
much.
was
Have
my
a
pleasure.
great
Thank you,
evening ahead.
Zikra.
Yeah, for the feedback form, it will be shared in a while.
Okay, ma'am. All right.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now the post-assessment form must be visible to everyone. Please give a thumbs up if you are able to see it. Thank you so much, everyone.